Depression doesn't have to control your life. You have to find ways to control your depression. Okay? Considering that it's a mood disorder, it's going to affect your mood. So, I want to talk about some of the things that I do to manage my depression. Okay? Because I'm working on like overcoming that altogether. Okay? Just got to take it one day at a time. So, I have dealt with depression for many years. And there's been numerous occasions where I have contemplated suicide, but I haven't gone through with it, as you see, because I'm still here. But one of the things that keep me grounded is like thinking about my mom, just knowing that I have to be here to help take care of her, considering that she's ill and she can't take care of herself. So I have to just, put all these negative thoughts to the side and just think about her. And then, also, I also think about the things that I want to accomplish, but that there is just not enough to keep me here. So my mother is the sole reason. So I talked about, you know, finding a reason to walk away from, your addiction. I talked about that, to stop using substances. I talked about that in another video, and it's no different here. If you're battling depression, if you've been battling suicide, like just trying to find a reason to stay here while you're working on managing your depression and just, or overcoming it altogether, because that is the ultimate goal for me. Okay. But one of the things that I like to do is, I like to take a hot bath. That is really something that helps me to relax. I get the candles going. I like to throw some salt water in my bath, along with a little bit of bubble bath oil, play some jazz music, on Pandora, and it just kind of gets me to just relax. Okay? That's one of the things that I do. I love going for a ride. Like my car is another sanctuary for me. So I like jumping into the car and just kind of going for a ride, rolling down the windows, letting the wind blow into the car while I'm on the freeway, and listening to some music, And sometimes I like to sit in just complete silence. Now, I know that sounds crazy, right? Because some people will be like, well, all that's going to do is make you think even more and to be even more depressed. Well, everyone's different. So for me, that's not always the case. I just like to be with myself in my thoughts, okay? Because that's a part of how I heal. Just sitting alone, feeling those emotions and just shedding those tears, okay? It just really kind of like works for me. There's other times where I do my writing, because I am a writer, so I love writing in my journal or my book. I do a lot of writing in my phone, like on my notepad. That's something I do often. Um, and exercising, of course. I'm not really a fan of exercising. Well, let me say this. I shouldn't say I'm not a fan, but it's not that I necessarily love to exercise, but I know that it's something that I have to do if I want to look and feel good. Okay. But that's something that I do. And while I am in the gym, like, I'm not thinking about any problems. Okay. I kind of like, it's kind of like a way for me to distress, just like it is for a lot of other people. Okay. So that's really important. And as you know, just like, just having a healthy diet, okay? Juicing, eating fruits and vegetables, eating the right foods, because, you have to be able to think clearly. You have to be able to feel good. And if you're not feeling good, then you're more likely going to just like slip right into depression, okay? If you've been using substances, like more often because of your depression, then it's only going to make it worse. It's only been probably making it worse, okay? Being that the substances does change the brain and how it functions. It does contribute to depression, and it can also cause depression. So if you have never dealt with depression before, you started abusing substances, that could possibly be the reason. Okay. I know for me, like, I know my mom and my brother sometimes deal with depression, so it's probably genetics for me, and just all that I've had to endure in my lifetime. Okay, so yeah, it's been, it's been one hell of a ride. Okay, but I'm still standing. No, I'm not going to commit suicide. Okay, guys, but I just want to say that I'm getting stronger. Okay, I want to believe that I'm getting stronger every day. Okay, now, a part of healing is being able to admit your flaws and what it is that you're dealing with and trying to find a solution. Okay, now if you are battling chronic depression, I would strongly advise for you to go and seek some therapy. There is nothing wrong with going to seek therapy or just talking to someone that, just you need to have someone you can vent to, someone that can support you during those times when you just feel like I can't go on another day. Like I was listening to an interview with Jada Pinkett, and she was just talking about, how she, had dealt with thoughts of suicide, and she would say to herself, "If only I can make it until 4 o'clock." Okay, that was her thing, and the thing that has helped her is cannabis. Okay, now I'm not saying that you should go out there and purchase, any cannabis products, but if it works for you, it works for you. Okay, that's all I'm saying. You have to find out what works for you. Okay, and stick to that. So don't be ashamed to let someone know what it is that you're dealing with, because if you never say anything, no one will ever know. And that's why a lot of people just, they come up missing, okay? Because they decided to take themselves out and they're missed by their loved ones, their friends, and, just people who just really loved having their presence around because they didn't talk to anyone. Nobody knew how to help them, okay? A lot of us hold these, negative thoughts within because we don't want anyone to know, because it is embarrassing. But what's more embarrassing is not reaching out for help, okay? So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, stay blessed.